Hey guys, hopefully this isn't too long, because I don't have that much battery, but there's this huge fight between people right now whether a lot of the people actually able to clear ToD this month are hacking or not. Now, a lot of people are jumping on saying, it's not that hard to actually beat hard mode and whatever like that. It's the same as it is every month and so on. Just a regular. I gotta say, ToD this month actually is so much harder than it has been in the last 2 months that, like, some people have even thought that, or have been saying that they've made it almost impossible just to weed out hackers easier. That's what some people actually believe, stuff like that. Now, um, just to put to rest some of the things, I could definitely say that the first are definitely hacking, without a shadow of a doubt. Kuro Pian here cleared in basically the minimum time. If you skip through all the cinematics, and just with loading time, and how many turns it's going to take you to actually do the damage you need to fight anything. That's basically the time he has there is when he would have finished if he never failed a single level at all. That's basically right there a telltale sign that he's hacking. Now we're going to inspect all these people's teams just so you know, and then we're going to actually go into Tower 110, and maybe even a couple other boss levels just so you can see the mechanics of how they work. To maybe get a little bit more of a grasp on just how much harder that this is than it has been in other months. Um, Exponentially harder. Um, let's pick another one. I don't want to. Sorry, the first five people here. Sorry, I'm pretty sure Eggy Bond is too. Let's just take a look here. Let's see what you got. So he has 8 5-star heroes. He does have Nox though, which means he might have been able to pull off 110 with enough consecutive confuses. He does have Yekaterina, so that counts for one side. Um, his Nox is let's see. No, without any movement, Nox can't actually confuse the dragon on turn 1, so he wouldn't be able to go for it until turn 2. So the dragon would probably one-shot his whole team. Unless he has any kind of movement sets anywhere. I'm not seeing any. Alright, so it's extremely unlikely that this was a legitimate clear. I shouldn't even say that. That's given the benefit of the doubt. That's downright impossible. Alright, so, I'm going to go into that first, actually. We'll go and actually do 110. And I don't think it really matters all that much the heroes I'm going to use here. That was my team for doing rock coups. Who else do I want to use? Did I pass Katrina? Where is she? Oh, already in. Oh man, I'm blind. Okay. That may be Nirvana. Let's just say somebody would throw in Nirvana to give them the extra movement or something. Okay. So we're going to demonstrate just the power of everything in here. Like my one attempt, everything went perfectly, so I don't think that's going to give people a good grasp of just how hard this is. So let's go with Grace just so we can see how it is. Now here's the thing. The dragon will attack on turn 1. He will move on turn 6, but he will attack on turn 1. And his range reaches all the way to the far back pipe. So if anything is in the direct path of the dragon, it will be attacked. Now the problem with trying to move out of the way of the dragon is these slimes will push you out of the way. Well, let's just kill the slimes. Well, they've got 1,000,000 health. And these have 3,000,000 health, and look at this skill. Does 89% of their max HP in damage. Now, it would be awesome if you could charm it into attacking the boss, but the boss is HP percent immune, of course, because how OP would that be? Alright, so I will, what do I want to demonstrate for? I'm going to leave a character here. Now it is possible to charm these, so they attack the slimes. But obviously you can't have 2 Serendis without a mercenary. And then you still have to group them up together, and you would need at least 4 turns. Well, let's see this. Like, here's the first problem. Okay, so the position that you have to put the Serendi to charm on both sides. Now Serendi's in range of the dragon, so the dragon will attack. The only way to get out of that range is to have the slimes come and push you out of the way. So we'll demonstrate that. I do want one of these things to actually attack me, so maybe I'll just come and stay here. And hope slimes don't push me too far out of the way. Same thing with this. Well, no charm today. And Yekaterina can sleep right here. Where is it? Yeah, right here is the sweet spot for that. And then you can go to the other side, so you can go 2 tiles forward. So she basically is in the same position again. So you can use Ekaterina to walk around to the boss like that. But that again is a 3-turn venture. By turn 3, like, you're gonna see some crazy stuff. So I'm gonna leave that for now because we're probably gonna die right away. Oh man, I'm 1 movement short. Whatever. You know what? I don't want to attack the boss, actually, because I want to show that he actually will attack on turn 1. I guess we will sleep these. Oh, I didn't get a charge. Again, like, things have to align perfectly for you in the first place, and it looks like the slimes just pushed everything right into the middle. Now, you might be looking at these fences. Is it possible to get yourself pushed behind the fences so the mobs can't get to you? Yes, that is possible, but like I said, there's no Hellfire abuse potential there because the boss does move on turn 6. Apparently he moves on turn 1, actually, if you're close enough. That's the first time I've seen that happen. I don't believe I attacked him, so I don't know how that would happen. Anyway, even under the effects of Grace, you generally just get mauled on this map. The only way that I believe it's even possible legitimately at this moment is with very, very amazing charms and with staying out of the range of the boss. Now there's 2 places to stay out of the range of the boss. Right here, right here, right here, and right here. Any other way to avoid getting damaged by the boss on the first turn, because the slimes will push you into the way of the boss, would be because you're on this side and he's attacking that side and so on. Now, the other way, which is the way that it's going to be probably half to done by almost any legit player, is having a ghost step set or some kind of movement modifying potential here and getting a character all the way to the dragon on the first turn, and then you can confuse the dragon, and then it's just a matter of charming the scythe wielders so that they can kill all of the various, like, over 2 turns to 3 turns, they would be able to kill all of the slimes. But I found that Yekaterina was insanely useful. But this is like this level is just insanely hard. Uh, it's unreasonably difficult, for lack of anything better to say about it. These guys with the scythes, you can play around them, but as you can see, the only directions that you can play around them are staying right where your starting position is and getting all the way to the dragon in one go. So there's no easy way around that. Um, they're just in the wrong spot. It's not. A lot of people want to think, well, if you can get your characters to the boss, so they think that's an easy part and overlook it, but that is one of the hardest things to do. Now here's another hard one, I believe. Yeah. So this is the one with the wolves. Let me see if I can figure out my formation for when I actually beat it myself. Um, uh, how do I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. Okay, on this map, there is not a single dragon. There are a bunch of wolves. And the dragons are, again, extremely, insanely powerful. You might recognize this map. It was the one where the wolves were all spawned last month, and it would spawn a Kai boss every 3 turns. Now, oh, did I just... Oh, my goodness, I just froze. Okay, well, we're going to restart the game here. Seriously. Okay. So, first things first. If you have a 5 movement Serendi, let's see. You know what? This one should be actually possible to do, so long as you're strong enough. Now, these all have 200,000 health. Now, none of the characters in any of the teams in the top 4 are capable of doing this, because none of the characters are even capable of 3-shotting these things. But you can kill this wolf. Maybe I use another attacker for this, but I'm pretty sure my bear man is strong enough. Dominique comes over here. One-shots that one. Then Yekaterina comes over here and one-shots this one. Oh, but only one-shots it with a crit, so it doesn't happen. All right, well then I won't have to do the two different videos. And then my Serendi one-shot these 2 over here, and that ended the level for me, so that the boss, because everything's dead, so the bosses don't spawn. But that's good. Yeah, I got double crits originally, so I killed everything. Alright, so now the boss spawns immediately. And the boss is that strong. So let's look at the boss's abilities. And remember, the boss spawns here. The boss spawns. The immobilize, I believe, happened from the wolf. We'll check that out real quick. The boss spawns. Because the boss spawns, it's extremely significant, because there's nothing that you can do about something spawning and then acting. Especially based off the starting locations. There's no way to actually get away from that boss again without a ghost step. So, Let's see. What's this? Yep, immobilizing rock enemies. Yep. All right. So it was the wolf that's immobilized him. But normally he, I believe, has 5 or 6 movements, something like that. All right. Abyss Claw does a crap ton of damage. Inflicts more enemies are hit. So I believe every skill is if more enemies are hit, and it does crap to them. Yep. But they're all very, very strong skills, and he's got, as you can see, 87,000 attack. So 87,000 attack. Now, monsters are just attack and skill damage, and any other buffs and stuff that they have. So basically, this skill does what? Without a crit, it's a crit. Okay, very unlikely crit, but excuse me. This is about 230 or 240,000 damage. And we're talking about players who have 80-ish thousand HP. So even at 50% defense, even at 60% defense, they're getting killed in one hit on all their heroes. So I think the first place guy, maybe his Azrael from full HP. So again, he can't kill any of the wolves on turn 1. And at full HP, he would be killed by, he might survive at full HP. But a wolf would attack him at the same time also, so then he would die right after that. Because I believe he's got like 85,000 health on his Azrael, something like that. And about 56%. Azrael's defense is huge, so I think it was around 56%. But again, not enough to survive. He gets a 30% reduction because this is a rock type, and that would be the only thing that makes me think that he would survive. And yeah, 2 million health on these things. So, no way in hell that some of these players would even get past this stage. Anyway, I'm going to end that one here. You know what, the video is going to be running too long, so I'll just go examine the teams. We'll just keep those two in mind. This is a little glitch. The normal and hard are stacked, but if you just go in and select hard, it'll go back. Alright. Alright, so let's look at JGE. Let's see him. It's not about tactics in a lot of these things. It's just the realm of possibility. Alright, so Moa can use this skill to make the mana for the dragon. Apparently costs a ton, but the thing is, the dragon will cleanse that, so it doesn't do anything. This person's using Moa, Serendi, Angela, Jack, and Bearman. I think there was one player who actually did have, well, Cleo's level is 3-star, but I don't think he'd take 3-star to, well, what's the skill level at? 1, yeah, alright, it's not happening. Katrina, is there a Nox around here somewhere? Yeah, Nox is 3-star also with nothing also, alright. Anyway, so Confusion is out of the mix. I don't see a 5-star Shark sitting around anywhere. There he is, 2-star. So Confusion is out of the mix, which means he has to fight the dragon head on. And the thing is, no matter what skills you have, so long as Confuse is not part of the battle, you will be attacked by the dragon. So you have to convince yourself that any of these heroes that he has at all are capable of surviving an attack by a dragon with over 100,000 attack. Remember, even while I was under Grace with my 50-ish to 60-ish defense heroes geared for ToD, I also have one of the ToD sets that gives 2,000 defense in Tower of Dawn. Even they were getting brought down to Let's see. They were getting brought down to, what was it? Like maybe 8 to 10% HP, maybe a little bit less, from a single attack from the dragon. At least 2 to 3 of the skills. The one where he does in the kind of like the Kai hitbox area, but it's ranged. That seems to be the weakest skill that he has, in my opinion, but I think it has the most status effects. Or it could be one of his breath skills. His breath skills do outrageous damage. This Jack would survive maybe once. It's only got 78,000 health, so it's a tough call. But if you don't have anything to stop the dragon from attacking, how is it possible that you can kill the dragon if you can't even get close to it? And the same thing for the 105 or whatever one I just looked at before that. All right, let's look at retro. Okay, 113k. Again, we'll look at every single hero here. So first, is there the potential to confuse? 3-star Cleo, so no. 3-star Cleo, 1-star Nox, and no Shark. Alright, so no potential to confuse at all. Let's look at the heroes here. Dies in one shot. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't say that. Dominique could potentially dodge forever, but the boss has like a 16% hit rate, so Dominique would have to solo the boss. This Dominique would solo the boss and it would have to dodge all the slimes, probably for, I don't know, maybe like 80 or 90 times in a row. 8. I'm assuming it would take 10 to 15 turns for this Dominique to solo the dragon. And then there would be 8 slimes that couldn't be killed. Hopefully she wouldn't get into the range of one of the scythe users. And the dragon would have to miss every time too. Just a little bit of a note, if you do dodge the slimes, they still move you with their push skill. So again, yeah, possible, but no, not gonna happen. Okay. Well, that's a really strong character. Some good potentials on this one. Maybe even Wang soloed the whole boss. Alright, but still, this Wang would still die in a single hit, so like my 35 and 38,000 attack characters are barely surviving with 100,000 health. Dies in one hit. Dies in one hit. Dies in one hit. Okay, so even with Grace, a lot of these would die in a single hit, and the ones that wouldn't, if they didn't have any status elements or problems on them at all, they would be pummeled around by the slimes, and they would be killed by these scythe users. Like, there's just no way to actually achieve getting in front of the boss with these teams, let alone fighting it and actually killing it. Let's look at Johnny Boy 92. I think he's the last one that, because I'm pretty sure we looked at the 5th place person. Oh man, Team Canada. Well, representing, this guy is a Canadian, but he also is a cheater. So, looks like he might have the heroes to do it. He's got, well, he's hacking, then it's not surprising. But let's see here. No confuse, it looks like. No confuse. Alright, again, we have another person who just can't survive being beside the boss. Oh, here we go. A 31% defense. Do you have any defensive gear on you? Dodge and counter. Dodge poorly, counter poorly. So that's an 8% chance to dodge the dragon. What else do we have here? No, this would die in one hit too. Definitely die in one hit, and a lower dodge rate than the last one. Even the Bearman would die in one hit. That's shameful. When I say one hit, I mean one of any hit. So there's a couple characters he has that would be able to last two turns. Keep in mind the dragon is immune to percentage HP damage, disarm, charm, basically everything other than confuse. Confuse, I believe, is bugged and it causes the dragon to do nothing. But confuse is the only thing that actually works. It does get healed. The dragon doesn't attack the closest thing, so it actually works out like confuse is the new stun. The boss can be stunned, but it cures the stun and then still acts. So there's no way to get past things like that. But again, a lot of these teams just actually can't physically walk to the boss without being pummeled around and then killed by scythes. Like the dragon doesn't even need to attack any of these teams because they would all be mauled on the like before the dragon even had a chance to act. Like so, I don't see what the big fight is. It's pretty clear, especially considering their clear times. Like you want to assume these people are the smartest people in the world, and they've got some amazing, totally legitimate way of how they strategically placed their chess pieces all over the board nicely, and everything worked out for them. It just didn't do that. This is an RPG. It's a numbers game, and though there's a lot of strategy and tactics involved, it's like there's certain things that are possible and are not possible. These teams are beyond the realm of possible. That's just with two of the boss matches. I've looked at a couple all the other teams. Everybody else seems to be legitimate. I think there was one person who I thought really this person beat it, but I think they did have everything they needed to. Let me just check. Maybe it was a level 82 person. I doubt it's a level 82 person, though. Frontiers, let's see. Okay. We got Katrina, Lena, even got a Lee, got Serendi. You know what? Let's see, 4-star Cleo with max. Yeah, I did it with a 4-star Cleo myself, so I'm going to believe that this was possible for this person. Probably 3 Hellfires and with an extra Cleo Mercenary. Oh, was there a Nox here somewhere? Let's pay attention. Alright, so no Nox Shark nonsense. Shark is going to be like Shark with Ghost Step set and Charm immunity. Sorry, Confusion immunity is going to be like the way you beat ToD this month if you could even get to 110. Like the other levels don't really have a great cure-all. Unless you're actually able, like I said, like with that dragon level, for example, seems very improbable that people are going to be able to beat it with really weak teams and some kind of miracle tactics here. Maybe we'll just check out one more boss, I guess. I know 100 was really stupid, pain in the ass. Oh yeah, 100 is cannons fall on you everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Let's just take a look at this one because it was bullshit. Alright, now here's the real bullshit about this level. Turn 1, this first cannon fires. It will hit Serendi and Yekaterina here. So, first things first, this guy's gotta die. Because he does have taunt with his sword attack. You might, like these characters might seem familiar from last ToD. And I'm failing hard here. I should have had Serendi and Bearman switched over. The Serendian Bearman switchover could have killed the thing, and then Lee would have been able to attack this succubus right here. Anyway, I'm not going to beat it, I'll just demonstrate what happens. Now, getting hit with the cannons in this level is actually instant death, which I'll demonstrate right here. Really? Fail. Man. One shot. And it will one-shot everything. All of these will. Can you kill them? Yep. But they do just start moving along the lines. It's too much of an investment to kill them. And I don't know if you're going to be able to kill them very well, to be completely honest. There is a way to get through to the end and beat everything. But again, this is another one of those levels where you're so strapped for time because the cannons are chasing you. That if you can't do the damage, you can't do the level. It's a completely impossible. This is just one of the demi-bosses. It's not even a boss. It's just one of the semi-boss-like levels. Okay, I did promise one more boss, so that'll be it. Well, this was hard as shit, too. Alright, take a good look at this level. You gotta go to the pipes in the four corners to go out to the outside corners. This pipe, for example, takes me to the corner over here, and all the other ones are corresponding. Potions will spawn at various intervals throughout the spots over here and here. These things, obviously, there's 4 of them, but they still do infinity damage. Of course, why would they not? Other things you can do. Yeah, you could immobilize, but that doesn't give you freedom. Just gives you a weaker attack that you have to deal with. And of course there's these pieces of shit. Which everybody hates so much. This is one of the most hated bosses in ToD history. And I just love how they said, hey, let's just put 4 of them in there and then surround you. Anyway, I'm not going to play this level out. But it was a pain in the ass. I forget exactly how I did it. I do know I picked off this one up here first. Grace, obviously, you need Grace or you're dead first turn. And from there, I think I also had Serenity come down here. Can these things be charmed? I know Yekaterina puts a lot of this stuff to sleep. So if you can cast, like my Yekaterina has, this is actually important. Well, she doesn't have 60,000 attack all the time. She normally has 35,000 attack. My Yekaterina needs like 20 of these to kill this boss. I could literally cast it for 7 or 8 turns and not kill one of these bosses with just Yekaterina. So you can't just win with Yekaterina. Like again, you do need to be able to do the damage, and that's from me who has like a decked out set to shit team. Anyway, this level, very hard. Anyway, that's going to be it. Up to you whether you want to believe if some of these teams were able to even get to these levels legitimately. To be completely honest, I don't think that the teams are good enough to do that. But if you want to believe that, that's completely up to you. But like the math is just not there. It's not about like the tactics in this game are about character choices, skill hitboxes, and different mechanics, and the occasional glitch like with the confusion not being debuffed by the dragon. But other than that, there is no actual way to do it. It just does not exist. And it definitely doesn't exist because these guys are using Azrael. So, and Moa and Mwang. So, characters that don't bring any extra anything to the table just can't happen. Was there? No, there wasn't any. Was there any spot with water? I was thinking if you can get the dragon on water by pulling it onto water, then I think that would disable, but I'm pretty sure there's no spots with water. Anyway, that would be another glitch, but again, still very impossible. Anyway, I think I'll link this in the thread where everybody's hating on Shark Fuji for actually telling people the truth, because some people just are not going to be able to accept the fact that they won't be able to beat this.